The next PNP government is going to deal with the more serious issues affecting the country. We see the education underperforming, and we see absenteeism from school as one of the major causes why the primary school children only have a 30% or 30% of our children leaving primary school cannot read and write, cannot do basic arithmetic. So we're going to have the EASE program to ensure every child who needs it gets help with a hot, nutritious meal at school every day. Whether it be primary or secondary school, the PNP will deliver that. And the money to finance that program is going to be spent with our farmers, because they will be the ones producing the food that will be used to make the meals for the children under the EASE program. So that $9 billion of expenditure will go into the local economy to help our farmers do better business. And for those families that are struggling with the cost of transportation to take their children to school, we have the RIDE program, where we're going to send out social workers and guidance counselors and find out why the children are not attending school. Go to their homes, and if it's transportation that's the problem, we have the RIDE program to give you a subsidy, $10,000 per month per child, to cover the cost of transportation to school. And that money will be spent with local transport operators again, so the money will run through the local economy and help them do better business. We will expect and ensure that the best are chosen to do that, so the children are carried safely. And when it comes to land and housing, we're going to transform the situation faced by hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans who live on public land now and don't have a title to their house. Under the colonial masters, the law was fixed where you had to live on public land for at least 60 years before you could get a title. We're going to reduce that to 25 years, so people are living on public land for 25 years can get them title. And if you haven't achieved the 25 years yet, and you're well established and you want to buy the land that you're on, we will sell it to you for a reasonable price on terms that you can manage. We want the Jamaican people to be owners in this country. And when it comes to housing, we're going to have an aggressive program of building affordable houses for the people. Our target is 50,000 houses in the first term of office. At least 500 houses in each constituency. Central, East and Westmoreland, 500 houses each at least. And we're going to build those houses on public lands that are not suitable for agriculture. And when we sell the houses to the people, we're going to make sure it's at an affordable price, because we're not going to include the value of the land in the price of the house. So you're getting that as a bargain, as barter. So you'll be immediately better off when you buy that house than you were before. And we're going to reform the National Housing Trust to make sure that it's helping the people, helping young people with a deposit fund to give them a grant, money they don't have to pay back, $500,000 to pay down on their first home if they're up to 45 years old. And we have the rent-to-own program. So those who can qualify for a mortgage now, they can go into occupation of those houses as a tenant, pay the rent, which will be equivalent to the mortgage. And if they sustain the rent for 6 months, we will treat that as qualifying them for a mortgage. They can draw down the loan, buy the house, and move from being a tenant to being an owner. If you work in the hotel industry, the PNP government is going to implement tax-free tips and gratuity for you, so that your gratuity and your tips are not taxed, and there'll be more money in your pocket when you get paid. And if you're a security guard, or you're a police officer, or you're a nurse, or anybody else, whether private or public sector, who earns overtime, if you're earning less than $6 million a year, your overtime pay will be tax-free under the PNP. You'll have more money in your pocket. And comrades, we have several other policies to support important groups in the society, to establish funds, dedicated funds, to provide financial support for the churches, to help them in their social work, their outreach, because we know that they take care of a lot of vulnerable people, elderly people, and others who need help. We are going to have a fund to partner with the churches so that they can do more in the communities of the type of work they want to do. We're going to have a fund for persons with disabilities as well, to support them so they can opportunities to earn income at home, set them up in a business, get the assistive aids they need so they can see or whatever it is they need to deal with their disability, and to set up the sidewalks so the wheelchairs can roll and they can move around without the challenges that they now face. And young people, we're going to establish a young entrepreneurs fund, a youth innovation fund that will allow young people to get financing, to get a bus if they want to establish their own business. We're going to fund it with $1 billion and top it up every year, because young people need help in this country to become successful in business. And we're going to have a special fund for the entertainment industry, for the cultural industries, because that is how Jamaica's brand has been built. Brand Jamaica is a critical part of how we export goods and services across the land. And we're going to set up a fund for the creative industry now. So the artists, whether you be a DJ or a singer, or whether you be a sound engineer, or whether you just be an influencer on TikTok or Instagram or whatever it may be, or you're a craft person who works with clay or with straw or with wood, this fund will be for you to help you monetize your talent and take it to the world and help build Brand Jamaica and build our economy.